Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, this feels so weird. I haven't filmed a video in so long. I honestly have missed this so much, but I've been so busy with school, and then now I have a job and I work a lot, like pretty much every day. So it's kind of hard to make some spare time to do videos. And you guys can tell from the title what I'm going to be doing is a foundation routine. But today I'm going to do a talk through video because I don't want to do a voiceover. I feel like it's a lot more genuine when I'm doing a talk through. I can tell you step by step. It does take a little bit longer to edit and to film, but hopefully we can get through this. I already did my eyebrows here, you guys can tell. I do want to do an eyebrow routine. Someone did request that. That's a little bit easier to film, that I can actually maybe do that a little bit later. But right now, since I don't have anything else going on and I have that extra time, I can do the foundation routine. I've been trying a lot, like a lot more products lately. And I really wanted to sit down and show you guys what has been working for me, because of all the things, you know, I've kind of narrowed it down to what's really been working for my skin. I've gone a lot more into like skincare products for my face to really like keep it nice. I never had a solid foundation routine. I was never really a fan of like liquid foundation because I thought it was a little bit too heavy, a little bit too cakey, and I couldn't really work with it. But now that I've gotten my skin to kind of cooperate, I've gotten it to a place where I like know how to take care of it. So this kind of thing, liquid foundation, isn't as bad as it used to be. And I've made this intro very long. I'm sorry. I just really wanted to have like 2 months worth of stuff to get out to you guys. Let's just get started because I'm gonna take forever to do this. I don't want to go too far back. I did do steps before this to get my face nice and clean, but if I do a skincare routine, I'll incorporate that. For now, I'm just gonna jump into, I think first, some spray. This is the Josie Maran spray, Nirvana Hydrating Treatment Mist. I like this a lot. I like to start off with this as a base. You'll see me use this again once I apply my foundation. But this is just kind of to hydrate the face and let it sit in so all the nutrients can just sink in. I like to take my Moisture Prep Toning Lotion by Benefit. I just take a little on my fingers and just kind of rub that in. I know this is mainly to clean with like a cotton pad, but since my face is already clean, I just like to use this to kind of soften my skin. So like I said, I have been trying a lot of products and there might be a lot of steps, I'm sorry, but this is just what really works for me because my skin gets very dry if I don't take care of it well. So I like to take the extra steps to really moisturize. So the next thing I'm going to use is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. This is more of just like a water primer, like a water-based primer as opposed to like a silicone one. I'm already running out. I'm not going all around the face, just kind of here. Then I'm slowly getting into like the primer thing where like it's smoothing out my skin and kind of blurring. So I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's a very nice moisturizer. It is a little bit thicker. I like to go in with my knuckle because I have nails and I don't like it getting in between my nails. It smells so good. It's so nourishing because it has a lot of vitamins, but it's also kind of a good primer because it kind of just like softens your skin. It adds a little bit extra layer, kind of like a primer, but not exactly. So this is why I like to take it over top of all of the water-based stuff because this just goes very nicely over top. Oh, this feels so good. It smells so good. It is very expensive. Hopefully it'll last me a while so I don't have to keep repurchasing it. And primer, I kind of vary depending on how my skin is that day. But the main ones that I have here are the Professional, the Ofra Absolute Cover Face Primer, and then the Lancome Pore Eraser. Sometimes I do like to mix these. If I'm in a rush, I'll use the Ofra one because it just kind of goes all over my face and it's so easy to just apply everywhere and it's never really gives me a problem. The Professional is if I really want to blur out like my nose area and here, but I don't really have to worry about the rest of my face because I just put this on my nose. And then the Lancome one is if I need the extra like smoothing, blurring effect. I think today I'm gonna just go with the professional. I just put whatever is left over on here. I'm mainly just concerned about my nose and then around my mouth because that's where it gets like super dry. Next, I'm gonna take this Clinique Pepster. It was a sample that I got for like 100 points at Sephora, but I've really been liking it and it still has some in it. So just kind of put this in under my eyes to hydrate. This is my Becca, what is it? Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this is in the color, I honestly don't know. I don't know, but it's like this peachy salmony color. So it does kind of correct those purple-ish tones under my eyes, and then it also just brightens everything up. I do have a lot of different foundations. Well, not a lot, but a few. Like I have my Marc Jacobs one. This is when I want a full-on face, a little bit extra coverage. I have my Anastasia one. This is when I want a lighter coverage but a better color match. This is probably one of the best color matches I've ever tried, but this one is very drying. It requires a little bit extra time to really get it right. So my go-to is mainly my Born This Way. It's so easy to put on and blends in very nicely, and it's, you know, it's not very high maintenance. I'm gonna take that first on the back of my hand, just like half a pump, not a full one. And then with my finger, I'm just gonna dab this everywhere. I know I should really put my hair up, but I don't like it because then it's like ruins my curls. This is gonna ensure that it gets everywhere with the least amount of product, because if not, the beauty blender is gonna soak it up and not spread it out everywhere. And I don't like to put a lot like directly on my nose because I feel like that's just the area that gets really dry. So I slowly just kind of bring in whatever is left on the sponge. I've gotten very lazy lately and just been doing concealer with a dry beauty blender. But for foundation, definitely a damp beauty blender is what's gonna help. And then I like to go the extra mile. And like I said, you were gonna see this again. This is the Josie Moran one. Spray it all over the face. It's gonna help everything sink in and blend in nicely. So I think the camera gives a different effect of how my foundation looks from far away. So I'm gonna try to bring you guys in closer so you can really see like how my skin looks. It's really not heavy. It's such light coverage, just kind of just evens out my skin tone. So you can see that my skin is still going through. I still have like my imperfections kind of showing through. I want to go heavy. Either I build that one up a little more or I go for my Marc Jacobs one. And then concealer, I have a few different ones. If I'm going very light, then I just kind of use my Maybelline Fit Me because it's so easy. This is not the right one, is it? No, it's this one. Okay, sorry. My Maybelline Fit Me. Just put this over, easy to blend. Doesn't cover too much, but it's like, it's so good. It looks natural. If I'm really feeling like I want my skin to really show through, I'll skip the Maybelline Fit Me. I think it's a L'Oreal. It's pretty much erased, but L'Oreal, I think Dream Lumi is what it is. It's a brightening concealer, so I just kind of add a little bit and it brightens a little bit under. And then if I want to go full like coverage, even with my light foundation, I'll use the Tarte Shape Tape. It's just this one's a little bit harder to work with because it's a little bit heavier, so I have to be careful with this one and apply it very lightly. I'm kind of trying to show you guys everything so you do know. I mean, even though it's like it's one routine, every now and then I change things a little bit. So I want to make sure I tell you guys that in case you see in other videos that I'm using something different. That's why. I'm gonna go light today. I'm not really feeling the whole cakey baking. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me and just kind of take it under my eyes here. And since it is a lighter concealer and it blends in, and it like, I feel like the Beauty Blender soaks it up, then I like to add a little bit more. So I'm just taking the Beauty Blender again and just dabbing. Okay, this is for my eyes. The next step is for my eyes. But even on a day when I don't wear a lot of makeup, I always like to wear this. This is my all-time favorite thing ever. I've like expressed that in some of my videos before. I just love this stuff so much. A lot of people have trouble with this because they try applying a lot and it just doesn't blend in well, but a little bit goes such a long way with this. It's the NYX eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. So I don't want to zoom you guys in because it looks nasty on the inside. It's just so good because I feel like I have like discoloration around my eyes, like it just looks weird. So I feel like this is the most natural thing ever. I absolutely hate putting on concealer on my eyelids. I feel like that just gets cakey and it just doesn't look right. So I tried this one day and it just works so perfectly. And I can't get over this. I will never stop buying this. I just take a little bit with this concealer brush. But like I said, it is an eye thing, but I think it's enough to incorporate it into my foundation routine because it's just that good. Look at the difference. Do you see that? How it just looks a little bit darker here, but then here it just like, I know it kind of looks like the color of my concealer or foundation, but the effect it has is just so different to me than when I do apply concealer, and I just really don't like that. Now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and powder my face. If I really want this to stay and like be a little bit heavier, I'll go ahead and use my Laura Mercier powder under my eyes. I don't love this stuff, but it's the only thing that I've seen that really holds it. Like it does hold my concealer. I just don't like it because it's a little bit cakey and drying, but I haven't found anything else better. And I just take a little bit with my Real Techniques brush here, my setting brush, tap it off, and then just kind of go here and then on my eyelid as well. And then my all-time favorite thing for the rest of my face is my Japanesque powder. You can tell that I love it because I hit pan. I never ever hit pan on anything, but this one is the best thing ever. I love it. I need to repurchase this. I don't know if it's just limited edition because it was like kind of the holiday packaging. It's the Champagne Collection Velvet Touch Finishing Powder. I know they have the regular packaging, which has kind of a bunch of colors here, but I swatched it at Ulta when I got this one, and then I swatched the regular one. They do not feel the same. Like the formula of the other one is just a little bit more powdery, a little bit more like a film. Like I feel like it's a little bit more white, whereas this one really is translucent. I'm taking the e.l.f. complexion brush, and I like to make sure that I pack it on right here. It really never like gets cakey. It's never too much. But I like to make sure I go here because this is where my bronzer and blush go. So this kind of really helps it go on smoothly, not going on patchy or anything. And then whatever's left over, just kind of take right here. It feels like nothing. It feels like my skin still, my face does not feel heavy at all. And then this is about the time that I would be doing my bronzer and blush. I also need to do my eyeshadow. I could incorporate my blush and my bronzer in, but those are just things that I have so much of. My highlighters also that I really just I change so often, like every day, kind of just whatever I'm feeling I'll throw on. I'm gonna leave it at this. Go ahead and do the rest of my look so you guys can just see the finished result, how everything looks on top of this. Okay guys, so I finished up the rest of my makeup. You can see I went pretty natural. I think I went very soft on my eyes and then, you know, kind of a pinkish lip. This is all done, but I did want to show you guys one more thing. This, I feel like, sometimes does bring out my oils a little bit more. And normally I don't really mind that, but sometimes the oils will come out a little bit more and I don't want to look a little too oily. So I take a little bit extra powder. Just a little bit. Like, I know it looks like I'm really going in hard, but it doesn't like pick up too much, and I make sure I dab off the excess. So since it's had some time to set in, the oils are coming out. So I just kind of tap around here, not too much where I'm like messing with my highlight or my blush or bronzer, but I do this before I set my makeup because then the extra powder is what's gonna help block the oils, but this is gonna help everything sit in so it's not too powdery. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. Love, 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 love this stuff. It's not coming out. Oh. Oh, there it is. If I need a little bit extra, I'll do one of two things. I'll either go in with a little paper, cover my eyes, and then spray here, because this is where it gets dry, right here, and then a little bit here if I need it. Or I'll go in with a beauty blender, and then go on the side that doesn't have all the foundation and concealer, that looks like, you know, the cleanest. Spray some on there and then just kind of lightly without messing anything up, just to kind of add the product on there. And now I'm getting a call from my boyfriend. Hello?
Hello? Are you busy right now?
No.
Alright, can I go?
Yeah. I'm filming.
Huh?
I said I'm filming.
No way.
You're not on speaker, but yeah, the camera's on. 'Cause I was recording.
Oh, well, I guess.
I finished just in time. I'm all ready now, I just need to change before he comes. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little foundation routine. It's the first time I ever did something like this. I didn't know what I wanted to include. I hope to see you guys very, very soon in another video. I really want to get around to making more videos, hopefully. I don't know, but I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!